Hey moms and dads, Dr. Scott Haggerty with Elite Family Chiropractic. Hey, are you sitting there watching your child struggle mightily with anxiety? I mean, we're talking about like missing out on things at school because anxiety is just completely overcoming them. Has every Sunday become like a massive stress, like major league meltdown? Is your child be like getting to the point where they're vomiting because their anxiety is so bad, so that every time they have to think about going back to school, it turns into one colossal meltdown after another? Moms and dads, we know what this is like. It's got to be tearing you apart. Watching your child, your baby struggle. Not all that long ago, moms and dads, my wife and I were in the exact same position. Our little girl, who is the reason why we do what we do here in our practice today, had massive anxiety. I mean, we watched her struggle so badly at school. You know, things like getting up in front of the class to do anything where she had to talk. She would just have massive anxiety and she would stim like crazy. If they had a concert, she would pull back from her classmates and she'd be stimming and touching her face and lots of tics because she would get so stressed out about it. We watched her socially withdraw. Situations that should totally not at all have created any stress became massive stressors, and the anxiety just went on and on and on and on and on. And my wife and I got to a point where we were really becoming quite desperate because we didn't know what to do. We had talked to all these people that we trusted. We talked to all these doctors, and everybody said, it'll get better. She'll grow out of it. And it never was. It was never getting better. And we got to a point where we were just straight up becoming desperate to try and get answers. And so moms and dads, like many of you, we started looking for help. We started looking outside of what we knew, because honestly, you know, as her parents and as doctors, we were frustrated because we knew all this stuff about pediatrics and we knew all this stuff about neurology. And yet all of the things that we knew, all of the things that we'd been taught and told, they weren't helping. So, you know, we started looking outside of what we knew. And ironically, by the grace of God, the answer was already someone who we'd met before. So a friend of ours from down in Cincinnati had started putting posts on her Facebook page about something like this, about kids that she was helping with massive improvements in ADHD and sensory and anxiety. And my wife started showing this to me. She's like, Scott, you got to see this. And so, you know, she started reaching out to her friend, and her friend said, listen, I've been talking to Dr. Tony Ebel. You really need to contact him. He's the one who helped me to help these kids. You should give him a call. So Dr. Ebel had actually come into our life many years before, and we'd lost touch, and you know, we had not talked to him in many years. But my wife and I got to a point where we said, you know what, we've got nothing to lose. We literally have to give him a call. So we got on the line, spent hours with him, just talking, and we said, you know, what is it that we're missing? We've seen all these things, we've done all these tests. What are we not seeing? He said, guys, he's like, you can't see inside of what is happening inside your child's brain. I said, yeah, I get that. He said, I'm going to teach you how. He said, first and foremost, he's like, you guys need to get neuroscanning technology. Neuroscanning technology allows you to see what your child can't tell you. So we invested. We spent a ton of money getting this technology, brought it into the office, began training with him, learning what we were missing. And I got to tell you, moms and dads, it was amazing to learn all of the different things that we had not seen. I mean, things that we as doctors had not been trained on, all these things that we didn't realize that we had missed. And it was very humbling. But I will tell you what was really a turning point moment for me is when we looked at the scans after training for a number of months, and we got our daughter a set of scans. As her dad and as her doctor, I was angry. I was angry because for so many years of her life, 4 years of her life, I had missed what was going on inside of her. Couldn't see it, couldn't detect it, didn't know what to do about it. But on the other hand, when I saw the scans, I was hopeful for the first time. Because when I saw those scans, I finally understood what was going on, right? And when you guys see a set of neuroscans, it'll make total sense. Her little heart rate variability, a resting measure of how she handles stress, was bad. She was not handling stress well, and I couldn't see that. I couldn't elicit that on a test or an exam, but her HRV showed me clearly. The other tests that we performed showed that she had all this background noise coming into her brain that I could have never seen, which was why she was having the stress responses, which is why she was having the anxiety. It was the cause, and we'd missed it. So now, once we had these scans in place, all of a sudden, everything started to come into clarity. We were able to put together a care plan that gave her the level of care that she needed in the right way, and then be able to track over time that both subjectively, her behaviors were becoming better, but her scans were becoming better, and her nervous system was calming down. And moms and dads, it did. It wasn't overnight, right? We had to increase our daughter, who had been getting adjusted since she was a baby. We just didn't give her enough. And I had to adjust my daughter 3 times per week. And we took her in 2 different phases. She was 3 times a week for a period of 4 months until we saw that her scans had calmed down, and the behaviors, we had a lot of momentum. And then we started working her down. We took her from 3 times a week to 2 times per week. And we left her there for about 3 months. And what happened in that 7-month span is she became a different little girl. We just watched her calm down. We watched her stim less. We watched her have less anxiety until it got to a point where she didn't have any. And it was the coolest thing in the world, watching our little girl go from a place of constant struggle to a place where she was calm and she was happy and she was living her best life for the first time. Moms and dads, I know this is where many of you are, is you're at a point of probably desperation, saying, I don't know what to do. I just want to help my child. That's why we're here. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to get the same information that we did. If you're watching this video, what I want you to do is I want you to go to www.elitefamilykairos.com, request an appointment. When you go in and you talk to our staff, Jessica or John or whoever you speak to, I want you to mention that you saw this video and that I mentioned the $47 voucher. We're bringing things down, bringing the cost way down for you guys to get in here to get this information because the struggles are so high right now. When you get the exam, when you get the $47 voucher, that's going to include complete exam, neuroscans, report of findings. It'll encompass everything that we need to be able to develop a care plan for your child to help them on the road to a better quality of life. Cannot wait to see you guys. Cannot wait to meet you guys. God bless you. We'll see you soon.